What's up? Marshall here. And we have a box. Sorry if it's a little bit dark in here. Got a bulb out in my lighting system. So this came from Amazon. This will be the third thing that company has sent me to review that sells on Amazon. First was the little Syma, whichever way you want to say it. Little helicopter, which I totally loved. And the second was little Syma X20 pocket drone, I think is what they called it. And now this is the third thing I've received from them to review. And as I said on the other two, this was sent to me free to do a review on. There we go. Syma, or Syma, says 20 kilometers an hour. On the website it says up to 25 kilometers an hour. So you're looking at roughly 12 to 15 mile an hour. That's what I'm gathering. The Q7 Night. Now, there's another picture over here. It says water-cooled high-performance motor. Range 150 meters is what they're claiming. And capsize recovery. Oh yeah, it comes with a 7.4 volt, 600 milliamp hour LiPoly. It's got a 370 motor. It is 356 millimeters long, 93 millimeters wide, and 89 millimeters tall. Now give me a moment and I'm going to open it up. Alright, there it is out of the big box. We'll get it out of that in just a second. I want to go ahead and show y'all this. Cautions of battery. And it gives you cautions right here. A list of things to read before you run the boat. And before you maybe charge the boat. There is the manual. 2.4 gigahertz RC boat operating instructions and everything, and different things. It shows how many batteries and everything. I think it's 4 AA's in the transmitter. It shows the inside of the boat and putting the boat in, pairing up with their controller, making the boat move forward. Oh, it does have forward, reverse, left and right. Now we're going to get it out of this box. Alright, we're back. Here's your remote. Little simple black remote. Your on and off switch. Up here is your throttle trim back here. Your throttle trim here, your throttle trim here. These two are throttle trims here. These are steering trims here. Your left steering trim, your right steering trim, and your throttle trims are here, back here at the back. Then of course you got your forward, back, left, right, and then you play around with those to get it to flip back over when it capsizes. Now, I do like the fact that it's a water-cooled engine. There's the hose sticking out right there. As you can see, it says Syma on the rooftop there. It says Chaser BIN on there. There's your propeller and your rudder back there. Here's one of your batteries here. There's the plug to it. The balance lead right here. And then where you plug it in the boat. It is, like I said, 600 milliamp, 7.4. Now, the cool thing about this is, we'll get ready and open it right here. Alright, we open that up, pop that off, and then we have another lid helping make it waterproof. Or very water resist, one or the other. Now I'm undoing, opening 4 spots on it, see? Gotta turn this one, this one, this one, and this one to pop that off. Pop that off. Then you got more tips and information about the boat. Then you got this little plastic protective piece in there. And then there's the inside. Here's your little 370 motor right there. Right there. There's your little battery. And there's your steering servo. Now, we'll get ready and open this bag and show you what's in here. So, since there is a battery here and a battery here, that means you got 2 batteries. Happy, not happy, it tells you. If you're happy, tell your friends and family about it. They might want to get one for somebody in their family. If you're not happy, they give you a number right here that you can call them at. Here's the rest of the stand. Alright. There you go. There's the boat on the stand. Now let's see what else we got. Alright. Charging cable. Nose protecting cone for the front of the boat. A wrench to change out the propeller. An extra prop. An extra prop nut right here. So in case you lose the one that's on the boat now. A little small tube of oil. So you can grease the shaft and everything to make it run a little smoother. I'm not putting the other part back on there right this second. I'm just putting this up here. And there you go. Hey, Marshall here. We're going to try to see if we can get this thing a run. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to try something, just for the heck of it. There it goes. It works. Ooh, we jumped right over a log right beside us. As you can see, it works good. As you can see, it works good. The recovery works good. You can flip right back over. So all that works good. Only bad thing is, you got to bring it in and clean out the prop a lot when you're down here somewhere in this marshy mess like I am. Alright guys, I took it all the way over to the other side over there, and it at least got that far away from me. So I wanted to check that out too. From this side of the cove to the other side of the cove. Seems to run a decent speed. I mean, I'd probably say about 15 miles an hour, guesstimation. Don't know how long it would run, because it's still running. And I probably done been out here, probably about 12 minutes. Probably been running it at least 10 or 11. Probably been running at least 10 minutes. And that's with one battery. So if you run it wide, complete open the whole time you're running it, you probably get about 8. If you run it and you slow down some, like in some turns, or slow down here and there, just to get better camera shots of it when you're running it, then yeah, you probably get about 12 minutes or more out of it. But you do get 2 batteries, so time's not really an issue. Because you can pop one out and pop another one in and keep going. Well, we'll see you back at the table. Peace. Hey everybody, Marshall. We're in here at the RC table, as I call it. You've all seen the footage of this outside. The boat, not the quickest thing on the water. It says up to 20 kilometers on the box. On the website it says up to 25 kilometers. I would guesstimate 12.5 mile an hour to a little over 15 mile an hour would be its top speed, to be honest. The boat ran good, really good forward, really good handling. I mean, because I was just whipping it. I would get out there wide open and then just do the steering hard left or hard right, and it would just like spin around on a dime and start back towards me a lot of times. Now, reverse is not the best, but it does work. It would probably get you out of a bad situation in a pinch. Get you out of it back, far enough back that you could turn around and go another way and forward. Cause I would hit reverse and it would just boom, and you'd see the bubbles coming out the back, and it would slowly move back a little bit. And then what I would do is I would take the joystick over here and do left or right to make it kind of slowly, go around so I could get just away from whatever I was at. Like the seaweed type stuff in the edge of the lake, right up near the bank. Or like I say, if I run up against the stick, and I was trying to back away from it just enough so I could get going again. So yeah, reverse did work, but it's not the best reverse I've ever seen on one. But considering my big boat that I've got in the living room doesn't have any reverse, this is definitely better than not having one at all. But the boat ran fine. Love the little nose cone at the front, the little nose protector. That to me really helps a lot, like if you bump up against stuff. Because I actually didn't turn quick enough when I was coming by something, and I hit a stick that was partially submerged, and that allowed me to just launch over the top of that stick and land back in the water and keep going. Whereas if I'd have hit this stick, which was a decent sized stick, it was probably about as big around as my arm, probably would have cracked the front of the boat if I'd have hit that without the nose protector right here. Now, on the whether you can flip it back over, yes, I dropped it in the water in the video, as you can see, upside down, and I was able to hit like throttle forward and backwards, steering left and right, and it flipped right back over. So that worked. Now, something you will not see in the video, I had finished my video for y'all down there, and I decided, well, the battery's not dead yet. I'm going to go ahead and run out this first battery because I want to see if the alarm on the remote works to tell me to get the boat back. So I think it was probably 1 minute to 2 minutes. It was between 1 minute and 2 minutes. Maybe like 1.5 minutes. After I said I was done, that I kept running it out on the water, and I was running it wide open. And I heard beep, 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 beep. So I turned and immediately started heading back to shore. Range seems to be decent. I was able to go all the way across the cove from where I was standing on one side of the cove on the bank, all the way to almost hit the other side of the cove. I went over to the other side of the cove and got close to the bank, but then spun it around and came back because I didn't want to get, there were some submerged sticks over there I didn't want to get hung up in, so I didn't get right up to the bank, but it was close enough to the bank. The boat, I would say, wow. You know, if it's your first boat, yeah, wow. If it's the first time you've had one with a reverse, wow. I mean, because it allows you to get out of some situations that you wouldn't get out of if you didn't have a reverse. And that when it flips over, you being able to rock it and flip it back over and bring it, and bring it back home to you. Now, the only thing I did find, the only knock on the whole experience would be I had to take these, it would be fit and finish. These tabs in here, I had to bend them out just a little bit because, see, the batteries were worse than that. The batteries, you'd barely touch it and all 4 batteries would fall out inside. You could hear them rattling around against the door. So I had to bend these tabs right here to help make the batteries tighter in there. Like I said, a little bit of fit and finish. What I thought about doing was just taking a piece of paper, ripping a piece of notebook paper off and just laying it across them, and then putting the door back on to make them fit a little bit snugger. But realistically, that was the only issue I had the whole time running the boat. I was trying to get the boat out from where it got hung up against a stick near me at one point, and I went to lay the remote down and I could hear the batteries fall loose. So I reached in there, took the batteries out real quick, bent those tabs out a little bit, put them back in, and that got it for the rest of the video. That's nothing that you can't take care of. Now, there will be a link in the description if you want to buy this. I would say the boat gets a 4.5 out of 5 because it does exactly what it says it'll do when it comes to that. I would say the controller, because that little bit of fit and finish about the batteries being a little loose, I would say the controller gets a 4 out of 5. So you got the controller's like a 4 out of 5. The boat's a 4.5 out of 5. And you can pick this up on Amazon. Do I think it's worth the price? Yes. You get your teenager one of these and it's the first boat ever, he's gonna have some fun with it. If you've never had a boat and you get yourself one of these, I think you would really enjoy it for your first boat. I enjoy it, and it's my second boat. Anyway, hope you got something out of this video. This is Marshall. Peace. We out.